Ahoy, Morning Breathers, and welcome to Monday's edition of Morning Breath, and it's St. Paddy's Day.
Not just a Monday.
So happy St. Paddy's Day.
Happy St. Paddy's Day.
We had a green screen this morning. SPP, I like that. Appreciate it. It's just, you go above and beyond. Were you thinking about that while you were away? You know, last weekend?
Yes.
How you're going to change things up?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You were not.
No, come on.
We are welcomed this morning by super producer SPP.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy to you, my lad. And Boss Man Matt is with us this morning.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy, Boss Man Matt. The first thing, the elephant in the room, I have to talk about it. I had a gift delivered to me today. And I'm just gonna go ahead and hold it up. So, Matt's mother, Martha, who's a good listener, she's here almost every day.
From day one, she's been in.
She's very loyal. She had sent some salsa, and so I have a box arrived today, and it literally says for Tim. I don't know if I'm turning it right there. And there's two of these in there. I'm not certain if I'm going to share with Matt or not. But
they're not for me. It was made pretty clear. They're for you.
Or if I were even share with SPP. Because it does say for Tim. So I also want to thank Stacy, your wife. Martha didn't send me chips.
No.
I don't blame her. How are they going to come in the mail?
I don't know how you mail chips.
So Stacy apparently felt bad.
Yeah, she's like, well, how can you have salsa without chips? And I'm like, he's a grown man. He can figure it out. And so,
But
nope. She says, all right, I'm going to the grocery store anyway. So she picked up some chips for you, too.
And I love those, too.
So you're all set up.
Those are perfect.
You have to let me know if they're good or not. Because I don't know.
I don't know if I'm going to eat them in front of you.
But I'm not
take a video.
But I'm not bitter, so it's okay.
So, Martha, thank you very much. That's very kind of you to think of me with salsa, because I freaking love salsa. I really do. I like it on my eggs.
We were talking about it a while ago. That's where this all came from. But
I like it on everything.
Yeah.
So I'm very much looking forward to that.
Don't say you like it on eggs, because I'll have to bring you a dozen eggs tomorrow or something.
Well, who knows?
I'm not bringing you eggs.
Somebody might bring eggs in.
I'm not bringing you eggs. You're on your own on the eggs.
Oh my! Well, so that was a good treat. I'm very appreciative. So thanks very much, Martha. Let's say this: the Southeast. I'm going to say this, and then we can move on to whatever.
No, just keep twisting the knife. It's fine. Whatever. If you want to keep talking about it, it's fine.
I might get a Facebook page and start posting me eating Martha's chips and salsa.
Tag me in all of them, please.
Yeah, please do. Gosh darn. All right. So, Southeast Iowa Video Network, we are sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you, Casey.
Thanks, Casey, and all the gang over at KCTC. And the Morning Breath crew, we're sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank you, Willie.
Thanks, Willie. And I'm powered by Martha's salsa.
So to be fair,
I have some.
To be fair, she's the one that boxed it up and sent it. But Doug, my stepdad, he makes it. And
okay.
Yeah, so it's actually his salsa.
All right. Well, she thought about me when
she did, and she took a couple jars and sent them to you. So
I'm touched. That's really very nice. It's the nicest thing, and people will, I'm sure it's happened to you. They'll just run into you on the street, and they just say the nicest things.
Yep.
Boy, we sure enjoy your show.
I haven't had a lot of it. I think you're the star in the face. Plus, I don't go out and do anything, so nobody sees me.
Well, there you go. If you don't get out, nobody's going to say hi.
Exactly.
But like I think I said the other day, I was just in a random store, and somebody said, "I know you." Okay.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, Peter, you were in the country capital of the world over the weekend.
I was.
Did you enjoy that? Tell me about that a little bit. Whatever you care to share.
It was fun.
Good.
I spent my whole Wednesday afternoon and evening driving. I spent my whole Thursday watching basketball. I was there for the entire second round of games, all four.
You were at the stadium for you were watching SEC, so it was disappointing to see Missouri lose.
It was.
But they won. Did you see
won
the
the
first?
first
They
game.
won the first game. So did you
They,
saw
I
that
was there
one?
for the first game.
Okay.
And then one thing I noticed about the SEC is that Kentucky fans are crazy. They're crazy because the ticket prices were based on fluctuation in how many, right? So we went to those first. You buy basically 2 games for 1 ticket, right? And those first games were like $20, $30. I think it was Texas A&M, Texas, Ole Miss. Very tough drives. But Kentucky, I mean, it was like a second home game. There was just so much blue
Really?
in downtown Nashville. Yeah, it was insane. And of course, Missouri is in the game that was paired with them.
Okay.
So we're stuck with all the Kentucky fans there. So
I see. So they didn't clear the stands for one game to the next per se.
they did it. So they had 4 games, and then they combined the 2 games.
Okay.
So they had 2, and then they cleared everyone out, and then they brought people in for the next 2.
Understand.
So-
Understand. I remember watching the Missouri game and it just didn't quite have enough horsepower in the game you lost. But Kentucky they were waiting in the wings, weren't they?
Yep.
I believe.
Yeah.
Just itching to get out there. Well,
But
when
they got beat by Florida, right?
We got
Missouri
beat by
did?
Florida, yeah.
And Florida ended up winning the thing.
they did.
They're
Pretty good. They're pretty good. Thus the number 1 seed. Not overall number 1, but a number 1 seed in
Yeah.
wherever they went. So the SEC is pretty tough.
Real tough. I think 14 teams
14 of
in the
16
SEC got in the
teams.
tournament. Yeah.
That's pretty deep.
and like 5 or 6 of the top 10 ratings, aren't they? I mean, like Auburn, Florida,
Auburn, Florida, Alabama, and
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's amazing. The basketball didn't used to be that good. It was always the ACC was always good, and Big Ten. Always ACC was they were just tough. Well, that's changed.
Yep.
Except St. John's, they got their new coach.
They figured it out.
They figured it out. And I guess I was looking for a coach.
I was looking for a coach, and they can get a head start maybe.
That kind of surprised me. We talked a little bit about this off air, but it surprised me. Are they going? If they get, or will they even get an NIT bid?
They've already
They won't?
No, and there's a chance that they could have gone to that Crown tournament.
Yeah.
But they've said we're not going to any postseason tournaments.
Oh, we've just said,
Yeah.
we're done.
Even if
So they don't have a head coach.
they don't have a kid coach, and not all the assistant coaches, but there are some assistant coaches tweeting out some not so nice things about the university, so they're not going to elevate one of those guys.
No. Well,
Oh, Greta went to college in Kentucky, not at Kentucky, but in Kentucky. She says Kentucky fans are wild.
They're
Can't
crazy.
confirm.
if you're what do you do in Kentucky?
You root for basketball.
It's the only thing they got.
You know what? We feel the same way to a degree. We only have Iowa or Iowa State or Drake or UNI. Kentucky, what do you do? Moonshine. Moonshine
Moonshine
or go to
and
Kentucky.
basketball.
Moonshine and basketball. Put that on the sign.
I think it's on their license plates already. Moonshine and basketball.
I had a premonition. Apparently. So, does anybody want to go through the number ones? Does anybody have a preeminent pick that says this team, I feel, will win it all?
Honestly, I haven't even printed out the brackets yet. So
I haven't either.
I don't
I
know.
made a bracket thing tomorrow, and it's this guy started his own thing, and he wants 8 people in it, guys or girls, doesn't matter. And you pick a team, and kind of like a NFL draft,
Right.
1 through 8, 8 through 1, back and forth, and you get so many points per round. So I would think that in that first round, those top 4 seeds ought to be gone, but you get more points as the bracket continues.
Right.
So I've never done this before. We'll see how it goes.
See how it goes. Greta reminds us also horse racing in Kentucky.
Oh, there is a little horse race. Thanks, Greta. See, that's why we need to.
I know we need all the voices we can get because our knowledge is limited.
Really, we're not going to remember everything.
No. So I haven't even hardly looked at the brackets. I kind of was following along. I didn't watch the show, and I haven't printed out the brackets yet. I will at some point, and I'll do a bracket, but I haven't even paid that much attention. But like we were talking about, SEC schools looking pretty tough.
Mm-hmm. Everybody
Pretty tough.
is saying Florida as an early winner, but I always worry about people who always say, because I remember when Iowa won the tournament, and they're like, oh, Iowa's in a good spot to get like a 3 seed and go to the Final Four, and then we lost in the first round to Richmond.
Right.
I remember when Alabama a couple years ago had that unstoppable team. They won the SEC championship by like 25 points. They lose in the second round to San Diego State.
Yep.
So I don't really. Everybody's saying Florida, but I never trust conference tournament champions because they always seem to just fall short.
Yep. There you go.
It's just me.
Peter's tip.
SPP.
There's a little bit of knowledge in case you want to win that Jimmy Buffett or Warren Buffett, bracket challenge. If you get a perfect bracket, I think he pays you $1 million. So
The odds of that I saw it's astronomical.
It's gotta be.
It's on my phone somewhere.
You can't possibly pick all the
it's
upsets.
like a fraction of a fraction of
Yeah,
a percentage or something like that.
I'll look it up. I don't have that number, but that's interesting. There's always somebody that gets way further than you think, and then falters right towards the end.
Well, ESPN does a bracket every year, multiple, whatever. You can get out there, but they always have millions of people, and then like after the first weekend, it's like there's 6 people left across the world, right? Well, actually, probably more than 6, because to your point, you always think, how did those people pick every one of these
There's
games?
no
And there's like
way.
500 people, but it's 500 out of 8 million.
Yeah, that's crazy that somebody would pick. You just wouldn't ever. Why would you ever pick a 16 to beat a 1?
Yeah, but it's got to
It
be a
happens.
case. It's got to be
It's
a case
happened.
where it's happened once, right?
Twice.
So, but it's got to be a case where you're just throwing away brackets. It's like, I'm just going to throw out these brackets. I don't even believe this, but I'm going to just try something crazy.
Maybe
right?
that person filled out 390 million brackets.
Well, maybe-
and had to get there.
I remember the best bracket I ever made.
Fair point.
The best bracket I ever made was when St. Peter's, I think 2 years ago, went on that run, and I made a joke bracket of, oh, my name's Peter. Why don't we make a bracket where
go.
St. Peter's wins it all? And they made the Elite Eight, and I was
And
like the
you were the
95th
smartest guy
percentile.
around.
Yep.
So, I don't know.
So who's that Cinderella team this year, Peter? Do you think?
Ooh,
Drake.
could be Drake.
And they did get in because I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't
Well,
have any
They're playing
idea.
Missouri in the first round.
Are they really? Mm-hmm. Look out, Missouri.
Look out.
Drake's
And I-
hot.
I noticed that Perkins from Iowa is down on Missouri's team this year. It was very quiet that he left. I didn't remember seeing it
Yeah.
that he transferred.
Him and Patrick McCaffrey both left last year, after last year.
Oh,
Patrick played at Butler this year.
didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep. They both
Patrick
left.
left.
He had a year left.
That's interesting. Okay. So anyway, I'm kind of a Mizzou fan when I was not around. But this will be hard to be a Mizzou fan for.
It'll be a tough one.
Interesting.
Yeah, Drake's hot. So they won the tournament, so they got an automatic qualifier. But
Okay.
but they were 30-3 on the year. Now they play in the Missouri Valley, which is not the Big Ten or the SEC, but 30-3. So there was a pretty good shot that they would have got an at-large bid anyway. Maybe
They've already beat a tournament team this year.
it'd be a couple, didn't they?
They beat, I know their biggest wins were Kansas State, who I think just missed the tournament, but they also beat Vanderbilt,
Yes.
who did make the tournament.
Yeah.
So
And Miami. I don't know if Miami made the tournament or not.
they
but-
did not.
But yeah. So there's a bunch of Kentucky love, apparently. So Jeff reminds us that Kentucky also bourbon. So moonshine, bourbon, horse racing, and
we got-
basketball.
and then there's the bourbon.
Yeah. And I don't think all of that fits on the license plates.
Yeah.
True.
Got to pick one.
You got to just run with one.
Got to pick one.
So they run with basketball.
They do embrace that.
They embrace the basketball.
And the Hawkeye women made the tournament too. I don't
So-
know if we have that at all.
So Iowa women play Murray State on Saturday. They were a 6 seed. Murray State's an 11 seed. The storyline on that is if they win that, they're in the same bracket as Oklahoma. And Oklahoma is coached by Jeannie Baranchek, who used to be at Drake but is an Iowa player. So if both of them win the first round, they play each other in the second round. And Oklahoma's a 3 seed. Iowa State men play Lipscomb. Bonus points, not you. Bonus points if you can tell me where Lipscomb is located.
Hell, I have no clue. I've never even heard of them.
I hadn't either. Do you know?
Yeah,
You were just there,
I was gonna say they were 2 blocks from me.
right?
Oh, it's in Memphis, huh?
In Nashville.
Or Nashville.
Yeah. So Iowa State plays Lipscomb on Friday, and the Iowa State women play Princeton in a play-in game on Wednesday.
Iowa State is. They
Iowa State
just
women.
barely made it, didn't they?
Yep. Iowa State men are a 3 seed. Iowa State women, I think they're an 11 seed.
They're an 11 seed.
But they're in a play-in game, so it's 2 11 seeds have to play each other to see who goes up
To the
against-
first round.
To the first round.
So they don't. The women aren't 64 teams.
Yeah, it's 68.
68.
68.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they are.
Okay.
But the men do the same thing. There's
All right.
these play-in games that they have to, which I don't know why 11 seeds are in a play-in
okay,
game.
that's what threw me.
I don't know
'Cause
why.
Then they're a 16 seed.
Yeah,
16.
well, yeah. So it's 2 11 seeds play, and then the other game is 2 16 seeds play. And I don't know why they don't make all the 16 teams.
Someone did explain it to me once, but I wasn't really understanding.
It did. I don't know.
Yeah.
Were you surprised at all about Iowa State being a 3 seed?
No,
I think
thought
that's about where they're
right.
at.
You think? I thought it could have been a 4. They're tough. That early in the season, I don't know that anybody was playing better than them.
Yeah, and one of their main players is out for the tournament.
Oh,
It's,
that's not
I don't know if
good.
it's Lipsy or somebody. Anyway, one of their big players is out.
what about Mizzou? Did their good guy? Is he going to get to play? You know?
I think he's gonna play.
All right.
I think he's gonna
We
play.
just didn't. Nobody knew down there. Mm-hmm. But we're awful concerned it was a knee issue.
Yeah, but I think he's good to play.
That couple games rest will do him well.
Yeah, it's really nice when you have a Duke transfer be able to play just a little bit.
A little bit.
Speaking, I know we're time wise. Florida has a 7'9" guy. They cut down the net after they won the tournament, and he just stood on the floor, reached up, and cut down the net.
When you're
7'9".
when you're 7'9", you can do that.
Good Lord, I had missed that
Does
until
he play? Does he play?
I think so.
I didn't remember. I knew they had 2 7-footers on, but
I think he plays.
when you're 7'9", 7 foot looks short.
It does, and 7'9", you don't have to go down and play offense. You can just stand at the other end and just stand there, and you can't ever make a basket.
Yeah, it'd be a problem. Think about flying places when you're 7'9".
I just always think about how David Robinson, the NBA player, he went to Navy.
Right.
So before he went play NBA, he had to serve time
do
in
his
the
time.
Navy. But he was so big, he couldn't fit in a submarine, so they had to put him on an aircraft carrier because he was so tall that he couldn't,
Get around.
fit inside the submarine.
Right.
So that's always what I think about,
That's
And he wasn't 7'9".
no,
No.
they're plenty tall. Yeah, that's a tall dude.
7'9".
7'9". Handy to have around to change light bulbs and
He's a
stuff.
little taller than I am.
A little bit. All right, 7:33. We better take a break. We'll be right back.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you with a flexible financing you need to install that all-season room or remodel your kitchen with a home equity line of credit. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome back to St. Patrick's edition, where none of us are wearing green. Well, Peter's got some green on.
This is kind of green, isn't it? I put it on thinking it was
My
green.
wife says I'm colorblind, so I don't know. I'm going to use that. This is a green shirt.
Yeah, well, Jimmy said the same thing. He goes, "Where's the green, boys?" And I kind of thought I had
It's
green,
on
but-
the screen. It was on the green screen. Jimmy.
Yeah, there you go. So Jeff brings up a good point. 16 seeds are usually automatic qualifiers because they've won their conference tournament, so they don't have to do the play-in games, some of them, because they're automatically in the field. This first 4 is technically not in the field yet. So
But they put them at 11? They make them play an 11 seed?
No. So just the play-in. So there's 2 11 seeds and 2 16 seeds that play each other, and then they get in. No, these automatic qualifiers, they just wouldn't be an 11 or 16 seed. They'd put them at a 15 seed. Or if it's a 16, they just wouldn't put them. So if there's only 2 of the 16s, there's still 2 that don't have to do a play-in. So anyway.
I'm just going to let it go.
All right.
However they want to do it.
Fair enough.
I
enough.
don't really care. The odds of a perfect bracket are 1 in 120 billion with a B. So I would have to do 120 billion of these.
Right. That'd take up some time. You'd have to
Should've
start
started
now.
already.
Right.
Is there an AI version that I can get to fill out my apps? Or
Probably.
my brackets?
Probably, right. It's probably a subscription service.
Well, then I'm out. You know me and subscriptions. I don't like doing that stuff.
Exactly.
All right. We're talking about basketball. We've talked about the women.
I got a quick thing. I don't want to talk very much about it, but I wasn't in Nashville or Columbia, Missouri this weekend. So I was at home and I watched too much TV, including a lot of documentaries. But for some reason, and I know the story and I know the outcome, but I still watched it anyway. This Jared Fogle used to be the Subway guy.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a documentary from a couple years ago, but of course he's in jail because of pedophilia and whatever. Terrible. Here's the only thing I want to say about that.
Bad choices.
You made some terrible choices. And anyway, it's a 3-part documentary, and it's like I said, I knew the outcome. It didn't make me any happier. But anyway, he can get out of jail in 3 years from now.
Really?
Yeah, he got 15 to 50 years, and he's probably going to get out in 14 years. I think that's just wrong on every level.
I kind of do too. But I'm imagining prison has changed his point of view about things.
Yeah, he's in.
I've never been, but I've been told that those convicted of that are treated
not
a
so
hair
nice.
bit differently.
Yes, and he's in a federal prison somewhere. And I don't know if federal's better than state, but anyway, I'm sure he's not enjoying his time. Nor should he.
No, he should not. And what's he going to do when he gets out?
I don't know. I'm thinking Subway's not going to pick him back
Subway
up.
is not going to pick him back up. I don't know if he's got any money left. Who knows?
They said in this doc at one point he made over $15 million just being the Subway spokesman.
Yeah, and he didn't look like he was spending things frivolously, but maybe he was.
No, they showed his house because they raided his house. They showed footage of that. And it was a nice house, but it wasn't stupid nice.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, there's a happy note.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't want to get too much on that, but no. The only part about that is that he gets out in a couple years, which
And
I think
that's
is silly.
What's he going to do? I mean, hopefully he's changed his looks dramatically.
Well, let's hope. I don't know.
For his sake, because what's he going to do?
I don't know.
I don't know how old he is or anything.
He's going to be 50 when he gets out.
Oh. Well, he just have to lead a life of hermits.
Yeah, he's not going to get too many endorsement deals, although maybe he can write a book or something. I don't know. Anyway, those guys figure out how to make money.
Somebody will contact him.
Somebody
Do
will.
you want to write a book?
Yeah. So anyway, no, I don't even know why I watched it. I knew this.
Well, you
most of
needed
the story.
You needed to know more,
So,
apparently.
but I watched. I don't know. I was all about documentaries this weekend, so I was plowing through documentaries.
Okay. You're a movie guy. You like movies and docs.
I do. Watched another one, and I never watched the original show. Apparently, it was on Showtime. But Gigolos, 4, 5, 6 guys in Vegas. They were literally gigolos. They're sex workers. They're guys and with women, And one of them killed one of their clients and then said he just blacked out, didn't remember any of it.
Well, that can happen when you're a gigolo.
Yeah, exactly. But they were interviewing these guys. That was also a multi-part series. And it's like, yeah, I don't know, dude. That's just something else.
I think that's going to work.
Well,
Seriously?
he's in jail. So
Should have rethought that.
yeah. Yeah. He goes, well, we were high on mushrooms and I blacked out. And
Yeah, but yes,
Yeah.
there's 72 stab wounds in this victim or whatever it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
Shot 14 times.
Beaten very badly. Yeah. But he's in jail. The judge didn't think his
Not buying
blackout.
that.
Nope.
Mr. Gigolo.
Nope.
There's not many gigolos around.
I don't know a single one.
I don't know any either.
I don't know a single. I've never had.
But I don't know the other side either. So.
No, me either. Don't know. Nope.
Peter, I'm not even going to ask you. I know that you're pure as the white-driven snow that we had. Did you guys have any snow the day Saturday?
Nothing stuck.
Saturday night?
I saw a few flakes in the air, but
It
that was
snowed like Christmas down in Columbia.
Did it really?
Yeah. Just
Really?
yeah.
Nope, we got none of that.
And the big weather storm that came through was not such a big storm. I mean, there was storms, right?
Yeah. Well,
I think southern Missouri got, like, I didn't know there was tornadoes down there. I had no clue.
the South, Alabama, Mississippi got nailed, I think.
But this bad weather they set up here
Well,
turned out not so bad.
so there's 77 mile an hour gusts reported in New London, and I think Brighton, and so I mean I think there's some.
Did one of my golf balls show up? And because there was one I hit up kind of high and it was gone. It was never found again.
It's not my yard.
Okay, maybe it's in New London because it wasn't that much fun playing golf in that wind.
Yeah.
All right, 7:42. Should we take our last break so we can get set for the day, Peter?
You should do that.
All right, thanks.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Bring the kids, share the memories, celebrate 75 years of traditions at the Midwest Old Threshers Reunion. Relive the magic of steam engines, antique cars, and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Whether it's your first visit or a cherished tradition, you'll enjoy the delicious foods, the thrill of an Old West shootout, and the excitement of nightly grandstand entertainment. For 75 years, this has been the place where memories are made at the 2025 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, August 28th through September 1st in Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Ahoy, morning brothers. Welcome back to St. Patrick's Day with Morning Breath.
Guinness breath.
I got nothing else to say, I think, except let's get set for the day.
Let's get set for the day. It is Monday. It is March 17th. It is St. Patty's Day, and it is episode 271.
Crowd goes wild.
Then the crowd goes wild. Speaking of crowd, I never sang any shout outs today. Nikki G was here, Denise is here, my mom's here, Jeff's here, Greta, Jim, Hello, ahoy.
Ahoy to everybody.
Ahoy to everybody. Temperature right now in Fairfield is 33, Mount Pleasant 32, and Washington 32. It's going to get pretty sunny this afternoon, but windy, and you know what that means. Red flag warning.
Oh, thank God.
Again.
No more. Don't even think about bringing out your
Fire.
fires
Or your boats.
or your boats.
Or
Be
your
careful.
boats. High today of 69, a low of 44. Today's headlines from the SoutheastIowaUnion.com. Fairfield Schools will hold a public hearing on tax increase.
Boy, don't get me started on that one.
Well,
Did you get your mail over the weekend?
no, I didn't see it. Public hearing. What do you suppose the reaction is going to be to that? Mount Pleasant will discontinue its spring cleanup event.
Well, they want to raise taxes again on everybody. It's going to be double-digit tax increases. Enough of that business.
Highland Bond Appeals gets
I'm over it, Peter.
dismissal hearing date. Sports.
Done
Fairfield
with it.
girls. Oh,
Over it.
I hear you. Fairfield girls track team is running today at Cornell College. It's also the first official day of practice for golf and soccer. So,
First day of practice?
I guess. Be windy for both occasions. On this day in history, on this day in 461 A.D.
Oh, for God's
I
sakes,
know,
that's
we're
a long
going way
time
back,
ago.
but it's appropriate. St. Patrick, Christian missionary, bishop, and apostle of Ireland, dies at Downpatrick, Ireland. He is honored with the annual holiday of St. Patrick's Day. He was also born in Scotland, which I didn't know.
Scotland.
Yeah. Random joke, random quote, or random fact.
Peter, I like when you pick stuff because I'm researching something right now.
Let's do a random fact.
A random fact. Only 2 states in the U.S. have never recorded a temperature above 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Can you name those 2 states?
2 states?
2 states. Only 2 states in the United States have never got a 100-degree temperature.
I'm assuming Alaska's one of them.
Alaska is one of them.
Vermont?
Nope.
Washington State.
Hawaii.
Really?
I guess. That's what the internet tells me.
Well, the internet cannot be wrong.
I know. I've told you that lots of times. Just whatever the internet tells me, I'm all over it. Today's takeaway. Tim's still researching,
I was gonna
so
say,
it's all on you,
it's
Peter.
gonna be me. What I learned is that we're not allowed to have Tim salsa.
it's
Packaged for him,
it
to
is
him,
Tim's-
for him.
It is
mine.
Tim's.
It's all
It's
mine.
Tim salsa.
It's all mine. And I'm not certain I'm going to share any of it.
Well, I don't even know if I want any now. So there. So my takeaway is: have you ever seen that commercials for Seinfeld where they say, "What's the show about?" It's about nothing. I'm pretty sure that's what today's show was.
I do not concur. We talked a lot about the tournament.
We did. We were all over the place. My takeaway is that
I got to brag about. I can't say anything about your opinion. You know, it matters not.
it does,
But what it doesn't matter is that you don't get any of my salsa.
Exactly.
So my takeaway, I was trying to find the dang name of the school, the school I've never heard of that I was. Who's playing?
Lipscomb.
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 Never heard of it, but I learned it was in Nashville.
Yes.
There you go.
Big school, huh? 1 block or what?
I don't think it's too big, but big enough.
Big enough to be at a big tournament.
They're in the
enough.
tournament.
Apparently, maybe like a Drake. Huh?
I think so.
Well, that's what I learned. Lipscomb.
There you go. And they play Iowa State.
Where'd you graduate college?
Iowa Wesleyan.
Freaking Lipscomb.
Iowa Wesleyan doesn't even exist anymore where I graduated.
Lipscomb. That's where I went to college.
Must have been a good time because you didn't even remember where it was. So you must have had fun while you were there.
Indeed. Yeah. My degree is from Lipscomb U. All right, 7:49. Let's call it a day, shall we?
I'm done.
Go out and have a good Monday. Have a good. Go have some green beer at some point, and if you care to, go look at the whatever river is in Chicago. They turn green.
Chicago River?
Chicago River. There's 2 rivers over there, isn't there? I think there is. Anyway, go out and have a great Monday. Until tomorrow. Ahoy.
Ahoy.